guys. Give me a second and you guys should be able to see my screen. I cannot believe this. Like, we moved to this specific house so that way we wouldn't have to worry about power outages or anything. And because my sister lives here, she's like, yeah, we never have power outages, blah, 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 blah. Literally been here since February, and I'm pretty sure it's gone out like 5 times. So we're going to rock and roll. We're going to try to get this done. I will be using the dowsing rods. You guys will be able to see my camera in just a second. I'm just trying to like finish some things up here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I do have this on subscriber only mode right now, and everyone who asks or types in the chat, as long as you've been a subscriber for more than 5 minutes, you will be able to talk in the chat. For those who are new, you just have to give it a few minutes before you'll be able to say anything. As long as you're a subscriber, you will be able to participate in this reading. This is subscriber only mode. Unfortunately, it was either this or stop doing free readings. So I didn't want to take the free readings away from you guys. That's what we're doing. Queen, we may have to give those who are new a little bit of extra time. So if for whatever reason they're new and we happen to go over our 15 minutes, that's fine with me, because there is that time lapse that they have to wait before they can say anything in the chat. But as long as they are subscribed, they will eventually be able to message inside of the chat. Thank you for letting me get my bearings straight here, guys. It's like I've literally been preparing for this stream for over an hour, and then last minute all hell breaks loose. So I was not ready for this chaos today, needless to say. All right, so you guys do not have to ask if your question was seen. Your question was seen. I'm sorry if that was a little bit confusing. The information about running behind just had to do with the fact that I had a power outage. But if you guys typed in here, we have your question. I put the free list there. We have Luna, Nikita, and Roshni so far. So don't worry about it. Queen, thank you for your help. For those of you who are just now joining us in the chat, if you have subscribed, you will be able to comment in the chat, but you have to be subscribed. There is a 5-minute time lapse before you will actually be able to comment. So just hold on tight, and you should be able to comment shortly after you've subscribed. Unfortunately, this is something that we have had to do because people are trying to get free readings and not subscribing to me, and it was either that or take away free readings altogether, which I did not think was fair to my committed followers here in Luna Affinity community. I'm trying to get this out of the view. Maybe I can, let's see if I can adjust this here a little bit. There we go. All right. Let me get out my dowsing rods and go ahead and get started. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your patience. It's probably not a bad thing that there was a little bit of a delay today, because if we have some new subscribers today, they need a little bit of extra time before they can post their question. For those of you who are new, keep an eye on the chat. You will be able to post shortly. I don't want you to think that we can't see you or we haven't, gotten to you or something along those lines. It's just, if you're a new subscriber, there is a little bit of a hold before you can talk in the chat. All right. Make sure, if you're new especially, that you take a look at the description and see how to be added to the free list. There is some information there. We need you to be subscribed. We need you to like this video. And there's one other thing that we need you to do. So read the description while you wait so you know exactly how to be added. Hello, me. How are you? Me, yes, I can see you're subscribed. Thank you very much. Now, we do have a subscriber goal today. I believe Queen knows what that is. We're at 633 subscribers right now. We are trying to increase the community here, get more people over on the Luna Affinity family. Luna Moon, how are you today? All right, so we will go ahead and get started. For those of you who we do not read for, it's likely that you are missing something on your question that you have to add before we can add you onto the list. So you're a little bit confused as to why your question's not being answered. Take a look at the description of this video to see how to be added. There are 3 steps that you have to take to be added to the free list. Luna Moon says, yeah, you deserve this all. What are you talking about, girl? We do have a special BOGO. All Etsy orders, if you place an order today, you'll get 1 additional free follow-up question. The follow-up question must be related to the original inquiry to qualify. However, it's basically a 2-for-1. So if you're interested in that, definitely consider placing an Etsy order. I do have my mini donations available through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, minimum of $5. You can add an extra $2 to that, $7 total for channeled messages included with your mini reading. Oh, you said my subs. Yes, let's get more subscribers over here. All right, so, because I love talking to new people. Sorry, thought it was the emoji. You're funny. All right, so we have beauty on there. Me, go ahead and repost your question with the correct emoji, and we'll get you started. For those of you who are just now joining us, I want to let you know that if you are a new subscriber, you will have about 5 minutes before you can enter into the chat. We've been having issues with people subbing and unsubscribing, and this is the way we're going to do things from now on. So we will be with you shortly. All right, so I say it's probably safe to go ahead and get started. Queen, if you want to get the clock going whenever you're ready, that would be great. I also got a donation from Luna Moon. Luna Moon, thank you. Me, we have your question. Thank you. All right, so our subscriber goal is 645. So bring your friends, guys. Get them over here. Okay, you got it, Queen. Just a second. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, so Luna Moon's donation is for one question and a follow-up. Sounds good. Luna Moon will be first today. By the way, if anyone sees Melanin Queen, let her know that I've been waiting for her to give her a mini reading, a typed mini reading session. Beauty also cash apps for a mini reading. Thank you, Beauty. All right, so it looks like Beauties came in. Let's see. Who came first? Okay, so sorry about that, Beauty. Beauties came in a few minutes before Luna Moon, so we'll do Beauty first. And then we'll do Luna Moon. Hello, I Speak. How's it going? All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the clock. I believe I have everybody accounted for. Oh, sorry, Queen. I already put it on the screen. All right, so Luna Moon says, does my Scorpio put honest effort into our connection? Will and does my Scorpio put honest effort into our connection? Luna Moon asked, and I have a yes for you, Luna Moon. Nikita, does Nikita's presence make a positive change in OP's mindset? Does Nikita's present make a positive change in OP's mindset? Yes or no, please? Nikita, I have a yes for you. Roshni says, did Sanu think of Pooja today and smile? I have a yes for you. All right, so I just got another thunderstorm warning, guys, so bear with me if there's a delay. I will be back, don't worry. Like, if my power goes out, as soon as it comes back on, I'll be back on. Ashley Vasquez says, do I have a generational curse on me? Ashley says, do I have a generational curse on me? Where are you working to, Rods? What are we doing here? Yes or no, please? Does Ashley have a generational curse? Ashley, I'm getting a no for that. There is a message that came through that there could be some cycles that you're here to break, but I don't feel a curse, no. Beauty says, will my finances improve? Please, Spirit, let us know. Will my finances improve? Beauty, I have a yes for you. I get a yes for you most of the time, I think. Me says, am I going to be a med student in the next 4 years? Immediate yes for you, me. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Mary Doll says, will my husband Ahmed contact me soon for recognition? Mary Doll, will my husband Ahmed contact me soon for recognition? Yes or no? Mary Doll, I'm getting a no. It's a small no, meaning that this could change, but a no right now, okay? For those of you who are new here and you want to enter the chat, make sure you have subscribed, because that's the only way that you'll be able to enter into the chat. There is a 5 minutes timeout, so to speak, when you first subscribe. And then as long as you've been subscribed for more than 5 minutes, you will always be able to talk in my chat. So just wait for that time to come up, and then we can get your free question. For those of you who are new subscribing here and you are waiting for your time to enter into the chat, take a look at the description of this video to see how to be added. There are 3 steps that you will have to do before we add you onto the list. As long as you guys do not subscribe, you will be able to comment on the chat immediately every single time I stream, but there is a timeout penalty for those who are either new subscribers or have unsubscribed and resubscribed. You have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes to be able to enter in the chat, but that's consistent, and that's for as long as the duration as you are a part of my channel. So you don't have to worry about waiting 5 minutes every single time. Hopefully that makes sense. Hello, Sharma. Beauty says, I'm in and out. Okay, no worries on that. Oh shoot, was there someone on the screen that I missed? Oh, I speak. No worries on that, Beauty, but you will be the first on the donation list because yours came in a little bit before Luna Moon. So just make sure that when the time is running out, like I guess in the next 10 minutes, just make sure you're back in here so we can do your reading. You're welcome, Mary Doll. All right, so I speak says, will I hear from JP anytime soon? Okay. So Spirit, can you please advise for I speak, will I hear from JP anytime soon? Yes or no, please? I speak, I have a yes for you for soon. Oh, wow, I did not expect that. That's good, though. That's a good thing. You're welcome. Just a reminder, guys, if you are a new subscriber, just hang around for 5 minutes, and then you can enter the chat. As long as you're a subscriber for longer than 5 minutes, you won't have to wait in the future to enter in the chat. I just want to make sure that those of you who are new here, new subscribers, you just hang around for a few minutes. Does my new lover, AK, get hurt after today's conversation? Sharma, you are missing something, hun. Thank you guys for all the likes on this video. All right, so for Sharma says, whoop, does my new lover AK get hurt today after today's conversation? Was AK hurt after today's conversation? Sharma, I'm getting a yes for you. It's a small yes, so I think that there were some hurt feelings, but it's not necessarily something that is going to devastate them or make them like heartbreak or anything like that. I think that they were a bit hurt, but I don't think that it was like this really big thing. So I hope that makes sense. So we do have a special BOGO today. If you place an order on Etsy, you will get an additional follow-up question for free. So essentially, if you place an order on Etsy, it's a 2-for-1. As long as your follow-up question relates to the first question that you asked, you will be able to get an additional question answered. This BOGO is great because a lot of times you have to pay an additional $15 to get a follow-up question, whereas I'm doing this for free. So definitely consider placing an order on Etsy. If for whatever reason you aren't able to do Etsy, I also have Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal available. There's multiple options, and Etsy also accepts PayPal as well. So you have quite a few options there, but I also am still doing mini readings today. Mini readings are a minimum of $5. If you want channeled messages added to it, add additional $2, so $7 total. You'll get a mini reading and channeled messages. You're welcome, Sharma. All right, so we have about 6 minutes left on the clock, so we can do more questions for anyone who is new here or a return viewer. If I have not answered a question for you today, say hello if you would like that answered before the time runs out. If you are a new subscriber, you'll just have to wait a few minutes and then you can enter the chat to ask your question. All right, so we're about at 5 minutes right now. So we'll just do a check-in real quick, make sure that Beauty is here. Beauty had a donation for a mini reading, and then we had an order detailed reading placed by Luna Moon. And I believe Luna Moon is in here. I see her. So Queen has a question for us. Let's see. Was P moved to a new location by the company on the company's account here? I'm getting a no. Can we reset, please, Spirit? Reset. Thank you. All right, so did P move to a new location due to the third party? Did P move to the new location due to the third party? Yes or no, please? Okay. Did P move to the new location per his own request? Did P move to the new location per his own request? Queen, I'm getting a yes for that. This was something that P asked to do. This was not because of the company necessarily. The third party had something to do with it, but it wasn't the sole reason. That's what I'm getting from the rods. 2 minutes left on the clock. If you have a yes or no question I have not answered for you today, please do drop that in the chat. Hello, Irfan. Hello, Robert. Thank you guys for subscribing. Yeah, because there was a delay, we'll go ahead and answer your questions. But just make sure that you read the description to see how to be added. And then you can enter your question into the chat. It's a yes or no question. Make sure you like this video. And also make sure you enter in the correct emoji into the chat. You'll see that in the description. It will be a yes or no format if you're interested. Queen, you can go ahead and close the free list, and I will do a question for Irfan and Roberts. So Beauty says, James told me he wanted to start over and wants me back and loves me. You said, I don't know why this is so funny to me because I'm just like, I fucking knew it. I knew that shit was gonna happen. You said you told me he was gonna do that and I don't remember the rest. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, we can look into seeing if we can trust it. All right. So either Irfan or Robert is still subscribed. Not sure which one's in here. But someone unsubscribed. So y'all gotta make sure you're a subscriber, okay? To be in here. But let's go ahead and work on our donation while we wait for the 2 new subs to get their questions together. All right, so this one is for Beauty. Beauty said she wants to know if she can trust this. All right, Beauty. James told me that he wanted to start over and wants me back, and he loves me. Spirit, can you please advise, should Beauty trust this? Yes or no? Should Beauty trust this? Yes or no? Ooh, that was the 2 of Cups that almost came out. Should Beauty trust this? All right, so let's see. Overall, I'm getting that you can trust it. But there's still that 10 of, I think it was 10 of Wands that tried to come out that I don't necessarily trust. Like, I kind of feel like what he's saying you can trust, but can you trust him to continue on that? That's what I'm getting, is like, what he's saying right now is he truly does mean it, and you really truly can trust it, and he really truly does love you, and he means what he's saying. I don't doubt that. But how long will this go on for? How long can you trust for him to carry out these actions, and for him to actually have to be different, to be changed, to be showing up for you, to be what you want, like that kind of thing? Because the 10 of Wands is making me feel like you're just a little bit too gun shy, you're a bit cautious, you're probably a bit skeptical, honestly, and that is going to influence your relationship right now because you haven't fully healed from the past, from what has been done. So I can say to a certain extent that what he's saying to you is true, and he truly believes in his heart what it is that he's saying. But I think that before you jump back into things with this person, you are going to have to let him earn your trust back. He's going to have to show up in certain ways for you that make you feel like you can trust this. Because here you are, 9 of Swords, you're defensive, right? You have this wall up. You're like, I don't even know. Like, can I trust this person? Can I trust them with my heart? Do I even give it to them? And I don't feel like you're in a position right now to even want to do that. I think it's got to be baby steps. It's got to be, he has to show up for you stability wise. He has to be able to be controlled. He has to be able to be controlled over his own actions and the things that he does. So that way you feel like this is something that, I can move forward with. So, I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, you can trust it, but I definitely feel like you need to, see an equal give and take, see an even exchange. As a matter of fact, he should be putting more work into this than you are right now. He needs to physically prove to you with actions, what it is that he intends for this and for this relationship. It's not something that, honestly, even if you don't let him back in for like another 3 months, he needs to be working for it over the next 3 months. He needs to be offering to take you out. He needs to be calling you. He needs to be showing up consistently. He needs to be messaging you when he said he's going to. He needs follow through. And like, then maybe at a certain point, a month, 2, 3, whatever, you might be like, okay, you know what? He's serious. But that's the thing, is that he's very much someone who likes to speak about how he's feeling in that moment, and he's very passionate, and I really do believe that he has these feelings for you. I always have. But actions are important. Like you said, actions for you are what you need to see. And so if he really wants this and he truly feels like you are someone he wants to be with and he wants to start over, he's going to have to work for this shit. That's my advice. He needs to, over a period of time, however long, and I would not tell him how long. I would just make it up in your mind, you know, okay, by the end of the summer, I want to see some real changes. You think that to yourself. Don't tell him that, because if he feels like he has an end goal, then he could give up. Like, you're like, you know what? Okay, James, I'll let you prove to me, you know, through actions, through consistency, through follow through. You show up for me, you fight for me, you fight for this, and I'll ultimately make a decision. But right now, I feel like I can't trust it, and I feel like I can't. Yeah, he was sincere. Like, that's the thing, that's the hard part. But like, do you really want to let this person back in, get hurt again, and maybe things are good for another 2 months or something, and then all of a sudden, boom, heartbreak, right? You don't want that. You want someone who's going to be consistent with you, be consistent with your heart. And I find that people deserve second chances, and I find that, you know, they may not have gotten it right and they really learned their lesson. I truly believe that. But at the same time, he can't just know that he can waddle back into your life whenever he damn well pleases, that he's going to have to, he fucked it up and he's going to have to work for it. So let's see here. I feel like communication is going to be very huge for you guys. I feel like it's something that you guys need to be doing check-ins with each other. Actually, it's not your responsibility. He needs to be doing them. He needs to be checking in with you, seeing how you're feeling, and you need to be able to see with actions also. So we have the Five of Swords. Let's see what this is about. He said, never heard him talk like he did. You said all of that. And I was like, damn, I thought of you. He said he had the forest and couldn't see past the trees. I was like, what? Is that what I said? Is that like words I use, or is that what he said? Or both? Why is the Five of Swords here, please, Beauty? Why is the Five of Swords here? Why is the Five of Swords here? Yeah, it seems like it makes sense, right? Like, he can't fully see the future, but what he does know is where he's at and what it is that he can see. He probably feels kind of blinded about what's gonna come next, but I really do feel like he meant what it is that he said, for sure. So we have the Page of Swords over the Five of Swords, and I think this is a little bit of your energy, but possibly his as well. But this is basically restlessness regarding the possibility of you guys not getting along again, having arguments, fighting, struggle, disagreements, that kind of thing, and a little bit worried and concerned about that. The Five of Swords also indicates curiosity about how to maybe make up for this. I do cut the deck and see closure, maybe closure on the past, starting a new chapter and putting the effort in. So I would love to see him really putting forth that effort and really trying and showing up for you and adding value to you instead of stress. But I think that it's something that you're going to have to decide on yourself. And if it were me, I would say, you know, I'll consider it, but I really need to see some changes before I make a decision, kind of thing. You said I sleep good. Yeah, what he had didn't compare to you exactly. Like, the grass isn't greener on the other side. He thought things were going to go a certain way, and they did not. So did either Irfan, Danish, or Robert put their question in the chat? I don't see. Yeah, girl. All right, sounds good, Queen. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next order, which was Luna Moon. Arfan, do me a favor and read the description of this video, because you worded your question correctly, but you have to enter in a emoji, okay? So read the description of this video. Please don't spam my chat, okay? I'm happy to answer the question for you, but I need you to follow the rules. So Luna Moon says, I need clarity from you. I cannot see through the Scorpio. One day he's sweet, open-hearted, shows me that he still has feelings and wants to spend time, and then he is very focused on his work and stress, and it seems that he doesn't care much that we make it back into a relationship. Okay. Robert, okay, that's fine. Go ahead and post your question, Robert. Just make sure you guys are posting with the right emoji, okay? It's in the description of this video. And then that way you'll know how to get your free readings in the future as well. It's the same idea. So Luna Moon, would you like an energy check-in between you and the Scorpio? Would that be what you want me to do, or do you have a specific question? For Danish and Robert, read the description where it says how to get added on to the free list. You'll see a little sentence there, and that should give you some more insight. Luna Moon says no about the insight and update. You always know what I want to know. So you said you want an update? All right, Irfan, since you're new, I'm going to make this easy. I can't make it any easier than that, okay? All right, so Luna Moon, I think that you like the Wizards deck. I think this, ow, I just smashed my finger. This is the deck I believe that you like, if I'm not mistaken. I also have Chakra Wisdom Tarot, which is this one. Okay, so you do want this one. Okay. And I take it you want your Oracle to be the Channeled Messages deck. Hello, Christina Brent Unknown. How are you? Thank you for subscribing, hun. Make sure that you stay subscribed so that you don't have to wait 5 minutes to enter the chat. I do free questions at the beginning of every stream. And unfortunately, that list has closed for today, but I will be back tomorrow. So make sure that you stay subscribed so you can be on there. I do free yes, no to everybody if they get there in time. Okay, you love both of those decks. Both are your favorites. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... yeah, that's fine, Queen. We can do free reads in between for new subscribers. That's fine. Let's do that. If Christina Brent is still here, we'll do a free reading for you. You've got to follow the instructions on how to get on the free list, but we can do free readings in between. That's fine. So, Luna Moon, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do this deck as your main deck, and then I'll do this deck for clarifying if I need to. All right. By the way, the orders and donations list is open. We are doing a BOGO on Etsy orders. If you place an order through Etsy, you get an additional follow-up question with your order. We also do mini readings for $5. You can build your reading as well. The more you donate, the more cards you get, or you can donate an extra $2 on top of the $5 for $7 total, and also get channeled messages. If you have any questions about how to place an order or what you can get for your reading, just let us know in the chat. You're welcome, Christina. All right, so let's see what's going on here. How is Scorpio feeling towards Luna Moon right now? What are his intentions? What are his intentions? What are his intentions? What are his intentions, please? Okay. What are his feelings, please? How does he feel about Luna Moon? Sorry, this is like kind of off. Let me see if I can. What are his feelings, please? What are his feelings for Luna Moon? Y'all, we have a subscriber goal of 645. So if you guys can help us get there, that would be great. New subscribers, you will be able to be added. If you're a new subscriber, we'll add your questions in between our orders and donations, okay? How's he feeling? Luna Moon, so the first thing that I'm getting here is that he is being truthful with you as far as his busyness or his work. It is a priority. I think that he could be struggling financially, and that's where his stress is. I think the main thing is that he's seeing you right now as his last chance to communicate with you, connect with you, be with you, but it's coming at a time where he feels very overwhelmed in his life. And I think that that might be part of the problem, why there could be some misunderstandings between you guys. He is not entertaining or talking to anyone else. You are the only romantic love interest that he has. I think that the issue is that he wishes he was more set up financially, and he was more set up in his home life, like his house or what have you. I feel like he feels a bit overwhelmed just with life in general. And if he had things more stable for him, then this would be a great time for you guys to come together and be together. But what he's thinking in his mind is, this is my last chance with her. This is all I have. And it's coming at a time where I'm so overwhelmed. I am so stressed. I have so much work to do that I don't know what to do. And I want to make her happy. And I want her to know that I'm serious about this. I want to heal from the past. I want to expand with her. The Empress is here saying, I want to grow with you. I want a family with you. I want to be with you, and I want a new beginning. I am determined, and I am ready to move forward and provide a stable connection here. But at the same time, I'm stressed and I'm overwhelmed, and I'm trying to make everyone happy. That's good. I'm glad that he's saving his money. Yeah, so he must have a lot of responsibility at work because career is coming through here. But he feels like he's trying to be everything for a lot of people right now. He's trying to maintain his company. He, I believe, has a child, so he may also try to be figuring that situation out. He's also trying to make you happy. And I feel like he's just stretched in so many different directions and it's bothering him. And I feel like he's trying to tell you these things because he doesn't want you to think that he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't want you to think that he's not interested. He's trying to communicate. And as a matter of fact, he's doing a lot more than a lot of men objectively would do in the situation. A lot of times other men have the tendency to kind of break down and not communicate and shut themselves off. And he's trying to keep you in the loop. He's trying to keep you notified of what it is that he has going on in his life. And I feel like that's a very stand-up thing to do. That's a very noble and honest thing for him to do. I think he doesn't want to let you down. I think that it does get to him here. The Nine of Swords in reverse. He's stressed. He feels like he's missing out on everything right now because he's got too much responsibility at this time, but he's doing his best. He's really trying to make this work. I feel like him telling you what he has planned and where he will be and what he'll be doing and keeping you notified and keeping you aware of what's going on is the way he shows his love, because he doesn't want you to question anything. What is he trying to heal, Spirit? What is he trying to heal? Okay, so he is trying to heal the past. Interestingly enough, I don't know if he's always been the type of person to tell you everything, but it seems like he's trying to be that person. The moon keeps secrets. The moon is hidden. The moon doesn't tell everything, but clarified by the judgment, it means that he is trying to heal from that. He is trying to be the person that's not keeping you questioning or uncertain or doubting. He wants you to have this new idea of him, this new perspective. He wants you to feel like he's changed. What does he want to expand and grow on here, please? What does he want to expand and grow on? So he may feel that you used to be the one to put a lot of effort into the relationship, and he's trying to balance that out. I think that he feels like you still are the one that's putting more into this right now in some regard, and he's having trouble trying to give you what it is that you want and what it is that would make you happy and what it is that would be fair for an even exchange. He still has romance in his heart for you. He still has love for you in his heart. He's just trying to balance his love life with you and his work life. What does he want a new beginning in? What does he want a new beginning in? So I feel like he feels like he's stretched thin. He feels like he's making a lot of sacrifices with the Hanged Man. But what I feel like ultimately he wants is that true abundance, that true happiness. Exactly. And the thing is, Luna Moon, is, I don't know your personal work life. I don't know what responsibilities you have or what you have going on personally, but it feels like there is a possibility you have a lot more time to reflect on this connection than he does. You have a lot more time available to give to him than he does to give to you. But you've got to think, if this person only has 5 minutes in the day for himself, but he's giving it to you, that's a big deal. So you can't look at it as, well, he's only giving this much time or he's only giving that much time. He's giving you the free time that he has. He's calling you, he's texting you. If he makes plans with you and you guys go out and see each other, that's his free time. That's his time that he should be taking to unwind, to relax, to watch TV, to eat food, whatever. But he's giving that time to you, and it's such a precious amount of time that he's giving. And to you, it may seem like, well, I'd give him a whole day, and he's giving you 5 minutes. That doesn't mean that's any less significant. He's giving you the extra that he has. That's what he's doing. No matter if that deprives him of his own sanity, his own sleep, his own nourishment, whatever, he is giving you a little bit of what he has. So it's you can't look at it as like, well, he's doing this and I'm doing that and whatever, because he's being honest with you. He's keeping you prepared and notified of what's going on in his life. He's doing what he can to call you and contact you when he has a free moment. He's trying to make plans with you. So I think it has to do with the perspective that you have on the situation, is that you're looking for a lot more. You're saying he knows my expectations, and that's great. I'm glad you set your boundaries, but at the same time, give this guy a break. Like, he's got a lot going on and he's being honest with you, and I think you're getting a lot more from this person than, typically you would. All right, so let's see, what else do we have going on here? Why is the Magician here with the 9 of Wands in reverse? Or not the Magician, I'm sorry, the Devil. Exactly. You've had everyday contact several times a day. He's trying to give you what he can, and to me, that speaks volumes. That speaks so much about how much he cares about you, is that if he only has 5 minutes to talk, instead of doing something else that he needs to get done, he's dedicating it to you. And the last thing that you want to do is add more pressure to him, because he's already stressed out. He feels guilty because he feels like this is his last chance with you and he doesn't want to screw it up. But I think that he also feels concerned that you're going to be unhappy with the amount that he's able to give. So you have to decide, how important is that? Do you think that is for him to give you, any leftover extra time of his day that he has to you? Is that going to be enough, even if it's only a few minutes here and there? I don't know. To me, it seems like he's really trying. And it may just take a shift in perspective from you to realize that if he says he's going to call you, he calls you, right? Like, if he says he's going to do something, he does it. If he says he's not going to do something, he at least prepared you in advance. Like, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Let's see. Why is the Magician here, please? Why is the Magician here? He views you as like his true ultimate happiness. I have with the 9 of Cups here that you are a wish fulfilled to him. It's like his hope is being realized, but he feels like he's failing you. He feels like he's letting you down in some way. Yes, I was so sad because he said he's sorry, but he is unsure if he will get it worked out that we can meet on the weekend. So you feel like a last resort or an option, or like you're put on the back burner. Like you feel like you're just being a convenience to him, and when he can get around to it, then he will. And that's making you feel some type of way because you're looking at this as he's not putting you first. But maybe on his end, he's like crying because he's so upset that he can't see you, and he's doing what he can to make that happen. And he like is sad he's letting you down. He really wants to see you. You know, trust me, I'm getting the impression that he would much rather hang out with you than work, you know? I just feel like he may feel a lot of pressure and like this is bothering him, and he's doing what he can to keep you informed and make you aware of what's going on. And I think to you, it's making you feel as though you're being fit into his schedule, and that's rubbing you the wrong way. Okay. So, Luna Moon, what I'm going to say to you is definitely trust your gut. I'm going to see if any other cards come out. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, but don't trust your fear. Okay? So, if you feel like he's just in it for sex, for example, then trust your intuition, but don't give in to your fear. If fear is telling you, oh my gosh, like he doesn't love me, he doesn't want to be with me, he doesn't want this, nothing else is coming out. If he's saying, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, don't let your mind wander. Don't let your mind overthink things and question things and read into every single thing that happens. So in your heart, Luna Moon, you know, getting advice from your spiritual team, and in your heart and your own inner knowing, do you really feel deep down that he loves you? Do you feel like he cares about you? Because I do. But we can't let fear control the situation. We can't let our fears get away with us. Right, exactly. And I get that. I understand that. But I feel like this is also temporary too. Like I don't feel like it's always going to be this way. I feel like at some point he's going to be able to back away from this responsibility some and delegate his responsibility to other people. But it's hard right now out there. It's hard right now with any job. Everywhere is short-staffed. You know, hardly making any money where you are, can hardly find a job because nobody can afford a staff, you know what I mean? And so like he could be working double time. I don't think it's going to last forever. But I do think that it's something that you know, they say the expression ride or die. Like it may be a hardship, a time where it's hard, but you have to get through it with him. And unfortunately, it's happening at the time that you guys are reconnecting, but you can't control that. Oh, you're welcome. All right, so let's see what he has to say to you, please, Scorpio. Scorpio, what do you have to say? Aw, he says, I have trouble fighting how I feel for you. He's saying, you know, I think about you all the time. I think about you when I'm at work, when I'm not supposed to be thinking about you. But because how I feel for you is so strong, it just happens. What else? What else is Scorpio saying to Luna Moon here? You make me better. What else do we have here, please? I feel a lot of joy when I am around you. He's saying you make me very happy, and I'm very happy that we reconnected. He said you intimidate me, which makes me laugh because you said, you know, he knows my expectations. I think that he's scared of letting you down. He really is. We have, I meet with you in the 5th dimension. Do you see him in your dreams? I'm overthinking everything I do and everything I say. For those of you who are just now hanging out, if you want to try these channeled messages, you're more than welcome to. Just donate for a minimum of $3, or you can have a mini reading plus the channeled messages for $7. There's so much I want to say to you. You said you can hear him in the 5D. Okay, confirmation. He says, this is not over for me. This is a very important card for you, Luna Moon. I think you need to really let those words sink in. He is not done here. He is not over you. He is not over your relationship. He wants to continue and maintain this. He says, I want you. He says, what else, Spirit, please? What else? What else? Ooh, I made a mistake. So he is feeling some type of guilt here. Maybe guilt for not being able to give you the time that you deserve, the time that he wants to give to you. And not only what you deserve, but what he wants to give to you. What he wants to be around you. He wants to be in your energy. He says, I am healing. And I see that too, because we had the Judgment card. I feel like he really is trying to forgive himself for the things that he's done in the past that may have hurt your relationship, and learn from those lessons and move on from that. Anything else, please? We have, I am hurting too. Okay, so it's not just you that feels this way. He's upset that he can't give you more right now. But what he is trying to do is keep you in the know, keep you in the loop, let you know what is happening, what is going on. If you are interested in placing an Etsy order, you get a free follow-up question, but you also get paper messages too if you have a love or romance question. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. All right, so Scorpio to Luna Moon, please. All right, so we have curious. We have love. Singing, play. Cycles. Action, fix, edge, external. So with cycles, action, fix, edge, and external, I am feeling as though he feels it's his responsibility to ensure your happiness, to ensure that this relationship continues. He feels like it's his responsibility to express that to you, to tell you that, and to fix any hurts. We have nickname as well. So I don't know if he calls you something that's not your name, or you call him something that's not his name, but nicknames is coming up for your connection. He is saying, I love you. I have love for you in my heart. I feel like that's also you telling him that as well. I feel like he, is curious a lot of the time. Sometimes you can go quiet and he wants to know what's up. He feels like anytime that you aren't saying anything to him, anytime you're not communicating with him, that he's done something wrong. And it worries him, it scares him a little bit. But I think more than anything, what he wants to do with you is he wants to play. He wants to enjoy your time. He wants to listen to music with you and just really enjoy that one-on-one intimacy with you. He wants to do fun things in life. He's tired of being stressed. He's tired of overworking. And I think a lot of times songs remind him of you, or maybe if he's a singer or you're a singer, he loves your voice, or he likes singing about you or something along those lines. So that is what I have for you, Luna Moon. Thank you so much for your donation. For those of you who are new here, we can do some free readings real quick, but just make sure that you're posting your question in the chat and you are following this instruction. We can delete that extra thing that happened here. Hello, Christina. Thank you for holding out. Read the instruction that I have posted on the screen, please, and then you can be added to the free list. This is something you'll be asked to do every time you get a free reading from me. So make sure you are doing that. And a way to get this information is by reading the description of this video, okay? Luna Moon says, thank you so much, lovely Luna. The words were very much needed for me. I get too much in my head and my ego. Yes. Luna Moon, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here as always. And I'm glad that this provided some type of clarity for you and hopefully some comfort as well. Oh, yes, I agree. I hope you have a good night's sleep after this reading. What time is it for you over there, Luna Moon? What time is it over there? Okay, so we have a yes or no question from a new subscriber. I'm going to call you Danish because that's easier for me to say. Thank you for being a new sub here. It's 10 p.m. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you'll probably be going to bed soon, huh? Danish says, does Mukadas? I'm going to say M. I'm going to say M for you so I don't butcher that name. Does M love me? Danish says, does M love me, please? Yes or no? Danish, I have a yes for you. I feel like it's a maybe new type of love or something along those lines. It feels like these feelings have just gotten deeper for this person. Thank you so much, Danish, for being here. Just so you know, I will be back tomorrow with more free reads. Is Robert or Christina here? If you all are here, please make sure that you are following the instruction here in the chat. I'm going to put that on the screen again for you. This information is also in the description box as well. Okay, Robert, if you want a free yes or no question, now's the time to enter it into the chat. Make sure that you read the instruction on the screen. This information is also in the description of this video. All right, so Jen, I think Jen is back in here. Jennifer Milos, I believe it is. I think I got a donation from Jennifer Milos. Sounds good, Jennifer. We will be right with you. In the meantime, if you would like to pick out a crystal. I wonder if I'm like able to. I wonder if I could do this temporarily. Let's see. I'm trying to like zoom in on them. This thing is not that easy. Let me know which crystal is calling to you, Jennifer. Oh, I've had these here all along. I could use this to straighten them. I'm over here trying to do it manually. I have Jennifer's question in the, oh yeah, but she posted it in the chat. I also had it in the order as well. Good night, Luna Moon. So Jennifer says number 4, the tiger eye. Oh my gosh, what am I doing here? All right, so this one right here is letter E, and that corresponds with the Crow Tarot. We are going to roll for the Oracle. Christina and Robert, if you wanted to post your yes or no question, do that real quick before I get started on this reading. Number 4. So number 4 corresponds. Ooh, I'm so excited. That one corresponds with my new astrology deck that I have here. All right, so we're gonna do, let's just do, because it's June right now. So we'll do, let's do like a 10 card spread and get some general information between now and the end of the year. It looks like All About Maine has subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, All About Maine. I appreciate you. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I just got a message from my mom. I gotta respond to her. All right, so let's go ahead and do Jennifer. I don't think any other yes or no's have come in yet. This is for Jennifer. Woohoo! All About Maine, new subscriber. Thank you. Hopefully we hit our goal today. That would be very cool. So Jennifer says, what is in store for me between now and the end of this year? Spirit, can you please show what is in store for Jennifer between now and the end of the year? Let me try to turn that for you guys so you can see a little straighter. That might be better. All three of these just came out at once, so I'm just gonna read them together. Wow, what a roller coaster of events here. So I'm getting for you, Jennifer, that before the end of the year, a lot of your wishes will be fulfilled. Jennifer, are you in a relationship? Because I am seeing something about marriage here. We do have the Ace of Cups with new love. So this could be just the next step in commitment. You could be in an established relationship before the end of the year if you're not in one. But I'm also getting that if you are in a relationship, you guys are going to be doing something that takes your relationship to the next level. So for instance, if you are living independently, you could move in together. If you've been together for a little while, this could be a proposal. This could be a wedding. I don't think it's going to happen between now and the end of the year, but it could be that. It could also be starting a family, getting a new pet that you guys share together, something along those lines. But there's something big happening before the end of the year, like just before the new year happens. But it's like very interesting energy because you do have like a little bit of sadness going on in like October, November, where you're feeling very stressed out. So I don't know if maybe that's work, or I'll dig into that a little bit more, but it's feeling like the year is going to end off really, really nicely for you. I do see some kind of you coming out of some type of independent solitude type energy here with the Hermit. You could be having some epiphanies and some spiritual awakenings as well right now, but I see you kind of going from a time of like needing to kind of disconnect and recharge, and moving on to like being more social. Hello, Liz. I am still taking donations. Yes. If you place an order through Etsy, you'll get a free follow-up question added to your reading, or you can donate for a mini reading. If you don't want to do Etsy, that's okay. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo is available to you as well. I hope that answered that question. All right. So for you, Jennifer, I'm seeing you moving into feeling more confident. You're an Emperor energy, so I feel like moving in from this month into next month, you're going to be feeling more confident, more in your masculine energy, more authoritative over the decisions, your life. You're going to be a little bit more decisive probably than you usually are. But Jennifer, I am seeing love here. So this is either renewed love in your current relationship, or this is a new relationship coming in for you between, I would say, the end of July and September. So probably like mostly August energy. I see the Knight of Wands here for you. So you could be starting a new passion project at the end of summer going into September. Anything else I'm getting off the top of my head here? So let's dig in a little bit more into what each of these cards mean for each of the months. Jennifer, if you're with me, let me know. Okay, good. Just want to make sure that you're here. Okay. All right. So we're going to move into getting a little bit more details then. Let's see, the Hermit. Can you clarify the Hermit here specifically? What is going on? Hello, All About Me. It is nice to meet you too. Oh, I am doing well. How are you? We're doing free readings in between orders, so bear with us if you have a yes or no question you'd like to ask. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? Okay, so I did have at the bottom of the deck that you had wishes being fulfilled here. And then again, we also have the Nine of Cups in this deck as well. So I feel like things are really going to be feeling like they're going your way this summer. Why is the Emperor here? Okay, so there is possibly like an inner child masculine, like within yourself, that you're going to be doing some healing from, or healing with a masculine energy. So this could be you're doing some internal healing if you didn't have like a good relationship with like a father figure or a male figure when you were younger, or maybe a relationship with a man, like a romantic relationship or something along those lines. You're healing from this. And I feel like you're going to come out the other side realizing that this isn't holding you down. You can breathe a little bit easier. And I think that it's going to show up for you in ways where you're taking back the masculinity within you as well. And masculine energy is great for actually taking action on things. So if there's like I said, a passion project, a business, a promotion you want, or a raise that you want, or what have you, like you are going to have the confidence to be able to go for those things that you want. You're not going to just be sitting in creative mode. You're actually going to be executing these things, healing these relationships within yourself. Even if you said, yes, I'm healing my inner child, even if you aren't actually healing the external relationship with this person, you're healing yourself in the way that you've reacted to it. All right, what is the Ace of Cups here for? What is going on? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Why are you here, please? Okay. Okay, so again, more confidence. We love to see it. I see that here. I also see you having a different perspective when it comes to your love life, which is very cool. So like I said, I'm not sure if you're in a relationship or not, but you could be seeing this person differently, more positively, more radiatingly. If you are in a relationship, you could be feeling more connected to this person. If not, this person that's coming in for you is going to I really feel like there's someone here for you. Like I feel like this person's coming in before the end of summer. But at the very least, I see you having a different perspective on love. I see you being more open to receiving love. That's likely why I'm feeling like a person around you. Let's see. Knight of Wands, or people, because that flipped over, maybe multiple people. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here, please? The Knight of Wands is also about having a different perspective, but it's also about having like a lust for life, being excited, being a bit spontaneous. It's like an enthusiastic type of energy with the Knight of Wands here. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, of course, the King of Wands comes out. I'm getting clarified. So a funny thing, another message that's coming through for you is you are, I don't know if you just have always attracted like fuckboys or people that just weren't worth your time or value you and who you are. I don't know if you've ever been really picky about who you date, or if like generally speaking, the people in your life just have been player vibes, because sometimes the Knight of Wands can indicate that, or maybe they just don't live up to what it is you need from a relationship. But I kind of feel like you saying like fuck that. Like I see you saying, you know what, I'm over it, I'm over that energy, I'm walking away from that energy. I am realizing what I deserve. What I deserve is a true king, and nobody in my life am I going to accept anything less than. You're not settling anymore, you're not going to accept less than what you deserve. And I'm seeing that here, and I'm seeing these realizations happening like July, August. So what are you overcoming here? There's something you're overcoming. Let's see. Overcoming. Okay, so Queen of Wands has to do with being independent. It has to do with being able to intellectually communicate your wants, communicate your needs. Hold on one second, I'm sorry. I just dropped like a bunch of stuff on the floor. That's just what I do here. I'm sorry. But yeah, so like this is a very independent energy. This person's very perceptive. They're able to be a very good judge of character. They're able to express what they need from a situation. And they're like, you know what? If you're bullshitting me, I'm cutting you off. The Queen of Swords is about no bullshit attitude. You're blunt, you're straightforward, you say what you want, you say what you think. And also, this is a very organized type of person as well. So you could be getting organized within your life. Maybe you buy a label maker and make things very pretty around your home, or maybe you're getting more serious about your career or something like that. But this is all very mental, and I see you overcoming, if you haven't been in that way, or you've been working your way towards this type of personality. That is where you're going to be. In the Queen of Swords, there's always a place for the Queen of Swords. This is Gemini energy as well. I didn't even say that's Aries energy too. But the Queen of Swords is just very talkative. They're very expressive. They know what they want. They know how to say it. Don't get into a fight with the Queen of Swords. I just feel like you're coming into that bad bitch energy, if you know what I mean. So why is the star here? Why is the star here? Okay, so the star is all about having hope and having faith in things that will work out for you, believing in your spiritual team, believing that God is here for you to protect you and all of those things, that the universe is working to serve you, the universe is here, has your back. And so I feel like instead of looking at a lack mindset, you're looking at more of a abundant mindset. You're not looking at things being very limited for you, or you're not dreaming small. You're realizing that you have all that you want coming towards you. It's just a belief system, and that's coming for you in like September, October. Okay, so we do have a messenger of love here, which you're a bit guarded about. So I feel like if this is actually a person coming in for you, I think this is about the time in October where you're going to start letting your guard down a little bit, where you're going to realize that maybe this person really does have true intentions and they are an honest and fair person. And I think you'll kind of start to be open to believing a little bit more. What else do we have in October? Okay, so this is a turning point for you. The times are changing, or is it the tides are changing? I don't know what the expression is, but you know what I mean. That good luck is on your side, good fortune is on your side, karma is being balanced. We also have the Justice card here too, so I feel like all the good you put out into the world, you're getting back in October. So we have November and well, it could be like end of November or end of October into November. Sorry. And there's like a feeling of like maybe sadness or stress or something. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Kendra, hello. How's it going? What are we stressed about here in November? Kendra, you don't have to enter in a coupon. As long as you place the order on Etsy, you'll get the free follow-up, okay? It's just given to you. Is this a new job? Is this a new job, Spirit? Are you happy where you work, Jennifer? I feel like there's something new in your career happening in November. I don't know if this is you like leaving this job to do something solo, getting promoted, but it's like ultimately there's something here, essentially like a turning point, like the Wheel of Fortune, where things are going to start changing a little bit for you. So if you're unhappy in your job, I see possibly you leaving this position. If you like it, you could be getting a promotion. You could be switching departments. I don't know. There's something here about feeling very overwhelmed, feeling stressed, not being happy in November or around November. And you eventually leave to find your happiness, or you get promoted to be happier or more money. The Page of Pentacles is about seeking an opportunity. With the Ace of Wands, you have inspiration and potential, and then a next level of commitment here with the Four of Wands. This could also signify what I was seeing for you in your relationship as well with the Hierophant. So this could be like a double message, but I feel like it's career based first, and then it could be also love based as well. To close out this reading, we're going to get clarification on the Hierophant and then pull some oracle cards for you. Jennifer, what's going on with the Hierophant, please? Ooh, Temperance. So this is life purpose stuff. Temperance is all about your calling, what you're meant to be doing, aligning yourself in your life. This is about balance. This is about patience. This is about what has meaning, what has purpose. So I feel like there's something very significant happening for you in December. I want to say it's like a relationship being like taken to the next level. But yeah, that's what I've got for you. Something significant is happening in December, and it feels good. If I were to guess, it feels good. We can just pick some oracles here for Jennifer. What do we have? What information, what guidance does Jennifer need to know? You said you weren't happy there. Did you already leave? Kendra, thank you for the donation. I have Liz just before you, Kendra, okay? All about Maine. If you want to go ahead and drop your yes or no question in the chat, all you have to do is follow this instruction in the description, and we will add you. I'll also put the instruction in the chat to make it easy for first-time viewers. Yes, about 2-3 weeks ago, and taking this time for self-reflection. That's so crazy. Okay, well, there's something else going on with your career in November, but I'm glad that you had the confidence to do these. I could be reading this as well as like my time could be a little bit off, because it seems like June, the end of this month and the beginning of next month has kind of happened. So this whole timeline could shift up just a little bit. So this November situation could happen more like in October. Jennifer, please. Jennifer. All right, so these are some things that are coming to you before the end of the year. One more, please. One more. Liz says, Kendra can go before me. I am not ready. Kendra, I am doing yes or no questions for new subscribers. All right. Well, I asked for one more, so we're just going to go with that, and these will be some underlying energies here. So you have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. trust, patience, sensuality, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth as your underlying energy here. As your external outlying energy, you have from now to the end of the year, you have friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. So you could be working to a more progressive mindset. You could be feeling more charitable between now and the end of the year. But you also are coming into a time where you're going to feel more close to other people in your life. So your friends, you could be wanting to spend more time with them, more time with your family, or also making new friends as well. I have that you will be more structured, disciplined, and accomplished in your career between now and the end of the year. You also have this bit about you where I was talking about a progressive nature, a more charitable nature here with Aquarius. So you, like I said, you got 2 cards talking about philanthropy, humanitarian beliefs, things like that. So you could just be feeling like, you know what, let me clean out my closet and donate to Goodwill. You know what I mean? Like, let me volunteer at a soup kitchen. These are just examples, but you could be finding your heart compelled and pulled to do more for the general public or for your community. I feel like you also are going to come into your own. You're going to be more original before the end of the year. You could be changing up your style a little bit. And I also see, karma being balanced, facing your fears, leaving behind a legacy for yourself and transformations. So that is what I have for you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your donation. If you had a follow-up question, I'm happy to answer it. And if not, then we will move on to the next. Oh, I forgot to clarify. The follow-up question needs to be related to this reading. You said you don't have a follow-up. Okay, sounds good, Jennifer. Well, I hope that you got something out of that. Let me know how the rest of your year is going. Interested to see how it all plays out for you. I'm glad you liked the reading. Thank you for letting me know that. If you guys are considering placing an order with me or something along those lines, this is kind of gives you a taste of how detailed I go with these readings. It's $15.15 on Etsy, and right now I'm doing a special where you can ask a follow-up question related to your reading. You get a lot out of these detailed readings, I'll tell you that. All right, so do we have any yes or no for new subs right now while I'm in between orders? All right, so for Kendra, did you place an order on Venmo too, or was it just the one? Okay, so for Kendra, what I'm what I'm seeing is one question that she placed an order for, and then she gets her related follow-up question. I got it, Kendra. I saw you place the order for a question. Thank you. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry I missed that it was on Etsy. Okay. Okay, guys, so Queen is posting in the chat. I'll also put it on the screen how to be added to the free list. So you have to follow those instructions. There's 3 steps. And I can confirm for Liz. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. I can confirm for Liz. She said she wants Kendra to go first. All right, so all about Maine. The emoji is very close, so we'll just go. we'll do that one for you. Okay. All about Maine, new subscriber. Thank you. We have, am I on the right path to where Spirit wants me to be? Am I on the right path to where Spirit wants me to be? All about Maine, please answer yes or no. Am I on the right path to where Spirit wants me to be? All about Maine, I am getting a general yes. When the rods cross like that, that is a yes for me. But it was like a very hesitant to get there. So there could be some blocks that they're guiding you to take. So I am getting ultimately yes. You're working your way onto that path to your higher self and where you need to be. But I think there's also an element of free will too, is that it's not just about what Spirit wants, it's about what you also want for your life. So as long as you can be clear about what it is you're working towards and what goals you have in your life, I feel like you're on the right track either way. But I will say yes for you, all about Maine. Spirit supports your journey. No, you're good. All about Maine says I couldn't find it. No, that's okay. You can also type the word too. And just so you know, all about Maine, moving forward, as long as you stay subscribed, you won't have to wait that 5 minutes before you can enter the chat. You'll be able to come in every single time. And we'll do free readings at the beginning of every stream, so that way you can get yes or no questions. Sometimes I use the rods, sometimes I use the cards. To give you those free readings. So make sure you're reading the description every single time you come in, so that way you can see how to be added to the free list. The emoji changes basically every stream. No, you're good. You're good. Robert, if you take a look at the screen right now and just read what it says, it will explain to you how to be added to the free list today. But moving forward, you will have to read the description to see how to be added. You're very welcome, all about Maine. Absolutely. So read the chat, Robert. Read what my moderator is typing. Read what I have posted. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to Kendra. Kendra says, please excuse me if this gets emotional. This may be more of an emotional reading for me because I'm emotional. Okay, but I need to hear from Spirit because I feel like they aren't or haven't been helping me, and I feel alone or unwanted. I feel like I'm going after my goals and dreams, but I'm not seeing the rewards or hearing from Spirit or getting help from them. So I'm happy. I just need something from Spirit because they're giving me nothing and it makes me sad. Okay. Kendra. So one thing that I will say is I felt the way that you have before in the past, and that's because I was too much into what it is that I want, what it is that I didn't want, and I was looking at that too hard. So for me to feel connected to Spirit was to trust the subtle messages, to trust that I saw if I said to spirit, send me a feather, or send me a coin or show me a number, then I know you're with me. And it was like subtle changes. I basically had to, and this is my journey, but I had to pick up tarot. Like I had to learn to trust my intuition, learn to trust my inner guidance, and I had to develop my abilities to hear spirit. And I had to hear them in a certain way that they were going to talk to me. So I may have wanted a clear, audible sound in my head. I may have wanted them to talk to me in that way, but it didn't start off that way. It started off with me just feeling their energy. Whereas for you, you may, okay, good. I'm glad that you're doing that. But I feel like there's also a thing where well, let me ask, do you expect to ask for help and then to receive from spirit? Like, do you expect it to be a very instant transaction? Because how long have you been communicating? How long have you had this relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I guess I want to know what your expectations are for spirit. Like, so that way I can get a good idea. Because you said I pray, I ask for signs, I don't get anything. But a lot of times we're not getting things instantly. A lot of times it can take a while. And there's been times where I've prayed and prayed and prayed for a relationship back that I didn't deserve, for a relationship that thank God they didn't listen to me. So you've also got to have confidence in your spiritual team that they're doing what's best for you as well, even if you're not seeing signs. I don't expect it to be instant, but I do expect help because that's what they're there for. I think that is probably part of it, Kendra. I think that you're viewing them as like this. Yeah. And that's fine. Like they are there to help you for sure. But I feel like it's also like what you expect from them and what you expect from the relationship. It's like you're viewing like them, if you ask for help or you ask for something, that they just need to manifest that for you. And that's not necessarily the case. A lot of times they're not going to do something if it's not for your highest good. Or if they do it for you, it's going to be in their divine timing. It's not going to be exactly how you want or how you see. And that's like the hard part, is having to swallow our own pride and understand that like they're not here to answer all of our requests. And I think it's more the relationship that you have with your spiritual team that's making it hard, is because you have a certain idea or a certain expectation of how this is supposed to go. I'm hearing, like, are you thanking them? Are you saying, like, this is what I want, this is what I need for the highest good of all, and saying thank you for their support, for their love, for their wisdom, for their help? Or are you just asking? Because a lot of times, if they don't feel it's for your highest good or for the good of all, they probably won't do it, or they probably won't. And more than anything, your day-to-day life, you have to be grateful every single day, even if you don't see what you want. Be grateful you're alive. Be grateful you have a roof over your head. Be grateful for the little things that you have in your life. I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad that you said I'm thanking them every day. So this is not necessarily pertaining to your reading. This is just like what my experience was and what I've noticed has or hasn't worked for me, is that when it comes to my spiritual team, I ask for their guidance, but I don't necessarily like expect them to do things. I just, and I find that when they help me, when they come through, is when I'm literally like have no other option. Like I'm literally going to be homeless, or like I am going to get my car repossessed, or I'm going to, like these are just like examples, but it's like when I literally am at rock bottom, that's when I notice they come through for me. So those are things to also understand, is if they feel like you're in the right place at the right time doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, you're not going to see them showing up for you in the same way as if you were desperate. And I feel like you think you are desperate because you want these things to happen, you want these things to come through. And I personally feel with your spiritual team, when I read for you, that they are supportive, that they are fun, that they like love being around you, love your energy, love your vibe. But at the same time, I feel like there's this side of them that they want to have a relationship with you outside of you asking for things. Like they want you to call on them. Your ancestors specifically, I just heard, want you to call on them, and have a relationship with them. Maybe like dig into your history of your family, listen to your ancestral and cultural music, raise your vibration by eating high vibe foods. And I think that the things that you're being called to do, you said the maca powder, and then I think you said something else, and you're looking for ways to raise your vibration within your body. That's spirit guiding you to do that. That's you. If you found this ad on Instagram or something like that, I feel like they put that there for you. Or like if you felt inspired or compelled to research on this, like that's them helping you. I feel like they are helping you in certain ways, and I do see this. I'm saying I'm proud of you. I want you to know that I see you. I see how hard you're working, and I'm proud of you. But another thing to consider, Kendra, is you, and I need to find the channel on TikTok that you should follow because it's very good. But it talks about how we made agreements as human beings or as spiritual beings to become a human being, and we asked for the hardships that we experience. We asked for the hardships that we are facing right now. And it's a part of your soul contract that you feel this way right now. You said, I want to have a relationship with them, but I feel like they don't. I call on them and I feel defeated. So part of it is, and like it sounds kind of shitty to say, but like part of what you're going through right now, you chose to go through. Like before you came into this life as a human being, you chose this type of life because I think that there's things that your soul needs to learn to elevate, and that sometimes the hardships that you face is you need to embrace it, you need to accept it because you chose to do this. All right, so let's see, Spirit, what do you have to say for Kendra? What can we communicate with Kendra, please? What can we relate here? So I don't see, Kendra, where, oh, okay. So like this is you. Like this is you right now. Okay? You're defeated, you feel upset, you feel sad. But I don't see where Spirit's taking away your ultimate fulfillment. I don't see Spirit being a block for you or trying to not help you. I just feel like it's just ways in which you don't understand in what they're doing. I think that in ways your own self or your own ego wants things to happen in a certain way or within a certain time. And because you're not seeing it manifesting, you feel your spiritual team isn't helping you. I know. It sucks. Like people are just like, why would I choose this life? Like if you come from like a horrible family background or you've been through a lot of shitty things, you're like, why would I choose this? I don't get why. But that's what it is to me, is that you chose this. And that's for you to figure out. Okay. So I see ultimately feeling accomplished within your life. I feel like that's here for you. I see wish fulfillment for you as well. Your spiritual team is saying that they have your back, that they've got your back. And I think the part that you have to understand is that it may not be manifesting in the way that you want right now, but it's going to happen. And I think you're going to come to me in, the future, and you're going to come back and be like, yo, Luna, you were right. Like, this actually did happen. This is so crazy. Like, you were right. And I can't wait until that moment. But I think right now it's just things are gaining momentum. But what is it that you feel you're being neglected about, if you care to share that? Because I'm happy to ask your spiritual team if there's specific advice. But I think the main thing here is the relationship that you have for them. You can't just go to them asking for things and then that's it. Like, you have to adjust your expectations, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because I feel like a lot of times we feel defeated. Like, trust me, I'm over here doing the same thing. I feel the same way. I feel like, there's a certain part in my life where I want to get ahead, and I expect making this much money, or I expect to be living in this kind of house, or I expect to be getting married at this time, and I expect to have a kid at this time. Can I tell you what? None of that shit has happened. None of that shit has happened, because what my plan is for myself is not necessarily for my highest good. I've had to humbly accept that. I've had to eat that humble cake. And no, I am not married. No, I am not engaged. No, I do not have a child. I just got a house at 32 years old, almost 33 years old. Okay. And it's not like it's a blessing. It's a very cute, sweet, adorable house, but it was not easy. It was 2 years in the making at a minimum to try to get to where I am. And so I want you to know that you're not alone. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that I'd be married by now. I thought that I'd have kids by now. I thought all this stuff. But here I am thinking, you know what? What I really wanted and what was really in my heart was to be close to my nephew. And maybe it took this long to get here, but we're a minute apart. I literally live a minute from him. I am in a relationship that is loving with someone that cares about me and I care about them. I have a roof over my head. I have someone who supports me. I have a great community here with you guys. So no, is it the way that I thought it was going to go? Absolutely not. I had all these ideas in my head and these milestones of where I wanted to be and where I wanted to do. Like, it's like, but you're not alone, Kendra. And I think that's what's making me emotional right now, is because I don't want you to be hurt. And I don't want you to feel like a failure, or feel just because you had all these plans that you couldn't make happen in the time that you wanted them, because that may not have been for your highest good right now. And like, that's what I'm trying to say. And for example, not to say you're not going to be an actor, I feel like you've got some good things going for you in that world. My aunt, she went to North Carolina School of the Arts, and she was acting in California. And she did that for probably 15 years. And she got some good breaks. I mean, she was in a commercial with Kevin Hart. I don't know if you guys remember that, like, it was like a NFL video game or something. But anyway, she was in that commercial. She had a lot of big breaks. I think she's just recently got on some show for like a short thing it's a pretty popular show. It hasn't come out yet. But she never really got that big break. But what she just did is she just started a adaptogen water business. She just started a business with her friend, and she's now the CEO of a company. And so no, she didn't necessarily get what she thought she wanted in life, but look at where it led her. So I'm not saying that's going to be your story, but I'm just saying a lot of times things just don't happen the way that we want. And that's okay, because a lot of the times so much better comes out of it. And so I don't want you to feel defeated. I don't want you to feel left down. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like you're not being supported just because you're not seeing the things that you want manifesting in your life right now. And honestly, right now, as I'm talking to you and I'm giving you these examples, I do feel like it's your spiritual team that's trying to give me these examples and trying to like help you. It could just be a matter of perspective and perception, and you will be rewarded for these things. You get the 9 of Cups like all the time. You get love all the time. You also have an offer here, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a financial offer. This is abundance. This is a earthly abundance type thing in your physical reality. I think that that's a really good question. You said that's so frustrating because then what's the point of manifesting? I think that's accurate, because a lot of the times you don't get what it is that you want. But think about the people that you were with that you never want to be with again. What if you manifested them back into your life? Ew, right? So manifesting has to do with aligning to be your higher self and whatever is good for you and your higher self, whatever is good for all, good for everyone involved. And yes, you can have the things that you want, and manifesting is a great tool to get there, but it's never going to happen if you're ungrateful. It's never going to happen if you have this expectation in life that you deserve these things and you know, screw everybody else or whatever else happens, I want what I want kind of thing. It's never going to happen if it's not for your highest good. So you also have to trust as well your spiritual team, in addition to what it is that you want, that they will assist you in this transformation within their own divine timing. We can't control what they do. I thought making more money would be for my highest good as I'm moving to LA, and I thought that was of my highest good, but I'm guessing not. Do you feel like since you started this journey, Kendra, that you aren't making more money than you did before? Manifesting is a very hard thing, and you have to pull emotion into it, and you have to really feel it. You have to really, like, I mean, I'm talking about like right now, Kendra, where you're at this breaking point of desperation. You need to channel that energy, because what you're experiencing right now is going to help you bring your manifestations to you closer. Because when we feel it, that is a powerful tool. When we bring our emotions into it, it's a powerful tool. And like I said, it's not until I'm at my rock bottom where I actually feel like, oh, spirit came through that time and I trust. But you also have to trust. You have to be grateful. You have to have a relationship with your spiritual team, and you have to trust them. And I feel like there's a lot of doubt coming from you right now. And I feel like you are creating a block as well. Liz says, I live close by, come to LA. Eliana, thank you so much. Like, I don't want you to leave here, Kendra, feeling upset or feeling sad or feeling alone. And I hope that in some way this reading is benefiting you. I think that what happens with you is that it's hard for you to take it in the first time, but if you come back and re-listen, then it makes sense. Or it becomes a little bit more clear. What information can I give to Kendra, please? Spirit is saying you need to learn to be open-minded and be more objective, okay? You are learning, and you need to give yourself and be gentle with yourself and give yourself grace and give yourself forgiveness for what it is that you're going through right now. I think you're very hard on yourself, and that translates into being hard on your spiritual team. We have, you are destined to release your South Node. Okay, so there's some blocks holding you back. It would be very good for you to look at your birth charts, figure out what your South Node is, and try to work your way away from that and towards your North Node. That's very valuable information for you, is to look at your birth chart. You need to release your South Node tendencies. Whatever negative traits your South Node is in, you need to try to work your way away from that. We also have opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, a power struggle. This is information from Spirit, is that there is an imbalance still, okay? It's like a power struggle. It's like you want, spirit guides and your ancestors and things to have this dynamic where they just obey what you say and obey what it is that you do. And I'm sorry that I have to be the messenger to relay this stuff, because I love you, Kendra, and I'm not trying to like give you a hard time. Honestly, I hate that I'm this person right now, but maybe it's some things that will help you have some type of revelations and some understandings, because I feel like Spirit is saying, I can't just give it to you, Kendra. Like, I can't just give it to you. Like, when you're teaching a little kid and you're teaching them math and you're like explaining them how to figure it out, but you can't tell them the answer. Like, that's kind of what Spirit's doing right now, is they're like, I can't just give it to you or you won't learn. Like, I can lead you there, I can tell you and hint to you and try to give you, as much information as possible, but I cannot give you the answer. And like, that's kind of what I feel coming from Spirit, and that's frustrating. But I feel like they're kind of like your spirit parent right now, where they're just like telling you, the answer, 2 + 2 is what, but they can't tell you what 2 + 2 is. You have to also figure that out yourself and meet them halfway. Anything else for Kendra, please? Kendra says, I don't know, I'm just expecting more because they're telling me to do these things, like moving to LA, and then they just ghost me. That must have been before I said what I said, I think. Okay, nothing else is coming out of the astrology deck. Kendra, did you have a follow-up question for this one? Like, I hear them saying, you got it, Kendra. Like, you can do it. They're trying to help you get the training wheels off or something. It's like, that's the image I just got. All right, so after Kendra is Liz, and let's see. Oh, we have a new subscriber, Kayla. Hello, thank you for subscribing. If you are a new subscriber, you can be added to the list. Just make sure you're reading the description to see how to be added. And also, Kendra, I wanted to let you know, unrelated to your reading, I did take your advice about the settings on my chat, and it actually worked out really well today, so I appreciate that tip. What is your follow-up question, hun? Okay, so Kendra has a follow-up question, and then we will move on to a couple of free readings and then get back to our list. So I do want to confirm Eliana for a mini reading. Thank you. I just was checking my donations here. Okay. Please excuse me if this gets... Oh, wait, hold on. That's not your question. That was an old question. Kendra says, am I on the right path? Like, at all? Okay. Spirit, can you please advise? Kendra wants to know, am I on the right path at all? Am I on the right path at all? Please give me a yes or no. Am I on the right path at all? Yay, Robert. Robert figured it out. We'll get to you in just a second, Robert. Kendra says, am I on the right path, like, at all? Yes or no, please? Can you show me a yes or no for Kendra? Ooh, these are lovely. Girl, yes, you are on the right path, okay? Even at the bottom of this deck, you're gonna crack up, okay? So you're like, what's the point of manifesting? And that is literally the card of manifesting, okay? The infinity, forever. It's eternal. All right, as far as your yes goes, I have, well, I think it was this way. I have the Page of Wands, the Sun, and the Eight of Wands. I don't know if you can tell, but this radiates such positivity, such a vibrance, so much beauty here. The Page of Wands talks about having perspective and marching to the beat of your own drum. This is you being a free spirit, and like, yes, you want to control certain aspects of your life, but at the same time, just enjoy it. Just enjoy life. You don't always have to be a certain thing or be at a certain place or do whatever at a certain time. It's like, just release a little bit of the control, because you're meant to just be free. You're meant to just be a free spirit, to enjoy the moment and, you know, enjoy the sweetness of a strawberry, or like the pleasure of ice cream, or the sound of music. Like, you are such a free spirit, and you're so goal oriented, and that's a beautiful thing, and it's great to have a focus. But I feel like spirit is a little bit sad, because sometimes you just get so wrapped up, you get so stressed out that you miss the good stuff, right? You are on the right path. You have the sun. This is vitality. This is positivity, optimism. This is tapping into your inner child and just being hopeful and hopeful for the future. And spirit is saying, yes, that's what I have for you here. You know, they're trying to wrap you up in their blanket so that way you do feel their warmth, because maybe you feel they're distant right now, but they're here for you, and they just want you to know that they're cheering you on. Like, I specifically got like you out in the field and them on the bleachers. They want you to know you are on the right path. I think that it actually makes them a little bit sad when you feel very discouraged, which is probably why I was getting a little bit emotional on your last readings, because like, I feel like it's hard for them, because they're in a different realm, right? It's hard for them to communicate with you in a very obvious way, and so they don't want to see you sad, they don't want to see you upset, but they do feel like, you know, you have to also do this on your own. They can't just do it for you, because then one, it's not as rewarding, and two, you have to imagine them as like them being your parent. You know, they can't ride the bike for you without training wheels. They can't give you the answer to your math test. You know, and it may be frustrating for them, because they want to just jump in and they want to just help you, and they want to give you the answer, and they want to do it for you, but you have to learn. You have to also do this on your own. You wouldn't just, you know, you would deprive your child of excitement and reward and more happiness if you let them just do it themselves. And you can be there, and you can be encouraging them, and you can be cheering them on, but you can't do it for them, because then how will they learn? And how sad would that be for them, because they didn't have to work hard for where they are. I feel like a lot of times when it's easy, you take advantage of that, and you don't realize when. I feel like I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, the people who have been through true sadness then understand and can enjoy true happiness. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting from this, is like, your reward is coming. It will be there for you. I also feel like with the Eight of Wands, there is change coming your way, okay? So I feel like things are going to shift. Like I said, you feeling very defeated, you feeling very sad right now, you feel very let down by your spiritual team. This is the time where there's a turning point and where a change is going to happen. So dig into that a little bit more. Cry if you have to. Have that conversation with them, but then say thank you and I trust you will make this happen, and trust it, and don't keep thinking about it over and over or doubting. So yes, Kendra, I am getting you are on the right path. You said I'll just do things on my own. No point in bothering them for a while. I think that would probably be very good for your relationship with them, because I think that it would be best if you had the element of surprise versus the expectation of an outcome. It would be nice for them to just surprise you with a situation, and then you can look at them and say, you know what, thank you. And that's the other thing too, is like, I may lose something in the day and then I find it, I say thank you. I hear great news about a test result and I say thank you. I have delicious fucking watermelon and I say thank you. You know, like I am constantly thanking my spiritual team for like the most mundane things in life, but also the most extraordinary things in life. And that's very important, is that you're continuing to build that bond and that relationship with them. So again, Kendra, thank you for that. I hope that benefited you in some way. I am going to move on to my yes or no questions for my new subscribers, Kayla and Robert. And then we will move on to Liz for Liz's question. So this is for Kayla Tillett. Kayla says, what does Elle feel towards me since last night? Oh, okay. So Kayla, this has to be a yes or no question. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if that was confusing. Robert says, will Conrad offer me the job? Robert, will Conrad offer me the job? Robert, I initially felt yes, but the rod said no. Let me confirm this here. Hold on. Robert says, will Conrad offer me the job? Okay, I am getting a no, Robert. I am getting a no for you. Kayla, if you don't mind just posting a yes or no question. Okay, got it. Kayla says, is Elle mad at me for ignoring me? No, sorry. Is Elle mad at me and ignoring me because of what I told him last night? Kayla, is Elle mad at me and ignoring me? Yeah, I am getting a yes for you. That was a maybe turning into a yes. Is Elle mad at Kayla for what she told him last night? Is Elle ignoring Kayla because of what she told him last night? Okay, so that could have been why there was a maybe and a yes. I feel like they are ignoring you because of what happened, but I don't necessarily feel like they're mad. Exactly. They could have certain feelings about it, but I think mad was too harsh of a word, which is why I was getting a conflicting answer. But they're not happy, and they are ignoring you because of that, yes. Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Robert. Kayla and Robert, just so you know, I do free questions every stream, whether you're new or you're old subscriber. So if you guys want to stay and hang out with us in this community, every time I go live, just make sure you're there at the beginning of the stream and we will answer yes or no questions for free. Okay? You're welcome. So Liz is next. Liz is next on the donation list. And I believe the question is on Etsy, but let me just double check here. No, it's not. Okay, Liz, whenever you're ready with your question, go ahead and post it in the chat. All right, Liz says, will there be a negative response to my new hair color? Have you dyed your hair? Let me know which crystal you would like, Liz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Liz says 4, so that's the red jasper, which is the letter F. It's kind of faded, and that is the Wizards Everyday Wizards Tarot, which is this one right here. And let's roll for your oracle. Number 1, spellcasting. You said yes, but it's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Is it just like a different tone than what you wanted, or? Eliana, are you here? All right, so we're at 635 subscribers. Thank you guys. It's way darker than what I asked. I told her several times. Oh, dang. Well, I know that if it's like a semi-permanent, well, no, because if it's darker, then it was probably just some kind of, oh my God, what is the word? I went to cosmetology school and now my mind is blanking. The color that they have on your hair if you go darker. Oh, it's a demi. That's what it's called, a demi. DEMI. So I think it was a demi permanent. Usually those wash out over time. So hopefully it will lighten up for you. The semi-permanent is the ones that grow out. But I think, oh my God, it's black. I think it will fade. Usually if you're going darker in color, it's a demi-permanent, which is usually washes out. All right, so Spirit, will there be a negative response to my new hair color? Liz says, will there be a negative response to my new hair color? Hello, Eliana. We'll be with you after I do Liz. We just wanted to check in and make sure you were still around. If you haven't already given your question, if you can do that now, Eliana. Liz, will there be a negative response to my new hair color? Yes or no? Will there be a negative response to my new hair color? I said I'm getting that there's mixed. What the hell? Are these like the same images? You've got to be kidding me. So I am getting that there's some people that's going to love it, and there's going to be some people who are a little like, you know, it is what it is. But I don't think that anyone's ever going to look at you and be like, oh my God, that looks atrocious. I think for the most part, you're going to have people who are liking the change, who are liking something different. It just may be a bit of a shock to them. These are both balanced energies. They're very like juggling two different opinions. What are people going to think, please? Oh, Liz, oh my gosh. Do you have to go out in the public like tomorrow or anything? Because I was gonna say I can try to walk you through how to get the color lighter if you want me to. They have color removers that you can do. It smells horrible. It smells like freaking rotten eggs. But there's color removers that you can do. Now, again, it might make your hair a little bit brassy underneath, so you'll have to tone it, but at least it won't be as dark if you want to get rid of it now. So I see the tower happening for you. Like, this is not what I wanted. You feel a bit restricted here with the double, but Spirit saying don't let your ego take over. Like, it sucks, and I'm sure that like you're not happy at all. But the devil has a lot to do with ego as well. So Spirit saying like try not to let that overcome the situation. You said you have to go to work tomorrow. Is there a way that you could maybe wear it up in a bun or like a cute hairstyle that might distract or take away from the depth of darkness that it is? Eliana, I will save your question. Thank you. You'll see what you can do. Because my thought process is if you wear it down, it may be a bit of a shock, but like if you wear it up in a ponytail, or if you wear like, you know, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like the top section of your hair you divide it into and wear like top pigtails, but they're like braided and styled really cute, or like curled, or I don't know, something to kind of take away from how dark the color is right now because you have to work tomorrow. Or wear like a headband or something to take away. I don't know. Like I'm getting like images of you styling it a certain way. So that way it may make you feel a little bit better about the hairstyle that you, or the hair color that you have going on right now. But I will say that if you're unhappy, definitely something to say to the stylist and see, or call the salon and see if there's someone that may be able to lighten it a little bit for you. But I am getting that there's gonna be, even the Two of Swords feels very torn. So there's probably going to be some people who are going to compliment you and be like, oh my God, what a great change. That looks so good. But there's probably going to be some people who are just going to be like, you know, that doesn't really look like her color. But hey, kudos to her for taking a chance and doing something out of her comfort zone. I feel like eventually you will be okay with this. With the Ace of Wands and the Empress, I feel like it's going to give you growth. And if nothing else, it's going to give you confidence to do this again, because you're going to be like, hey, I got the color that I hated, so let's move on to the color that I want. What's holding me back, kind of thing. So you're going to be a lot more brave to go out and do some things like that you're uncomfortable with. Let's pull some oracle cards for you. Did you have a follow-up question on this particular yes or no? I mean, it's not a yes or no reading, but it was kind of a yes or no. So I can answer a follow-up if you have any other questions. If you want to know like what a particular person is going to think of it, or you said a little peace of mind. Yeah, like I really don't think people are going to be as focused on it as maybe what you think is going to happen. Advice for Liz, please, regarding this hair color. Spirit saying be gentle with yourself. Like, we had to remove the ego, that you will flourish. This will be fine. You're not gonna like, no one's gonna like turn their head and look at you and be like, what the fuck did she just do? Like, you know, I really don't think it. I think as a matter of fact, you're gonna be complimented by certain people that are just be like, wow, you know, cool hair color, or what a change. There may actually be some people who like it on you, even if it's not really your thing. That you might be thinking that it's a lot worse than it actually is. to other people, they're going to be like, wow, that's a great color on you. I don't know, but I'm feeling like you're going to get more love than you are going to get, you know, any kind of side eye action. So just make peace with it. What will T think? Let's see. Do we have anyone new in the chat right now? Any new subscribers that I haven't answered a yes or no for? Did we get everybody? I think we got everyone. Okay. So Liz says, what will T think of it? So what will T think of it? Oh, Eliana said, Liz, not to cut into your reading, but I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I do hair and makeup. Once you wash it a few times, it will lighten. But I would. Eliana said literally exactly what I was saying. Yeah, Eliana, it's funny. I am too as well. So I had a feeling they did like a demi-permanent thing that would eventually lighten up over time. But at the same time, if she really hated it, I was going to try to walk her through how to lighten it with like maybe a color remover or something, but that's a whole beast of its own. Thank you, Queen. Liz says, what will T think of it? What will T think of it? What will T think of the hair color, please, Spirit? He's one of the people that are gonna be like so. Okay, so I just heard, I'm just gonna tell you what I heard. It will grow on them. I don't think that was a sexual thing. I think that just meant like the hair color is eventually going to grow on them. What will T think here? What will T think? I think more importantly, T just likes you in your natural. So I feel like he will probably be one of the people that won't really dig it at first, if I'm honest. I think that he doesn't want you to feel like you need to change yourself to be admired, to be beautiful. So it might take him a little bit aback, but I heard Spirit say in my mind, like it will grow on him, like he'll eventually come to be okay with it. I think also too, as the harshness of how dark it is starts to fade out and it starts to get a little bit lighter, not so intense, I think that also he'll start to come around to it a little bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting. I think he'll be one of the people that aren't like super crazy about it, but I think it will grow on him. I don't think he's gonna tell you that though. I don't think he'd want to hurt your feelings or like say something the wrong way, because I really do think like eventually he'll be fine with it. I think it's just gonna come to a bit of a shock as to him as to what it looks like, and he'll just be, you know, wondering what made you do that, because he probably liked your hair color before. But it will lighten up, it will fade out over time. You could even wash your hair a couple of times tonight. Usually they say to use color safe shampoo, but you could even use like a clarifying shampoo and see if that kind of helps lighten it a little bit quicker, because you clearly don't want to use color safe because you're not interested in keeping the depth of how dark it is. So maybe something that will help kind of pull stuff out of it and lighten it a little bit. But I think that this salon should also be able to help you as well. All right, Liz, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. We are going to move on to Eliana, because I don't think we have any new subscribers in here as of right now. Give me 1 second, guys, before I do this one. I just need to take a quick break, get a drink. You're welcome, Liz. All right, I am back. So Liz says, how is Jay feeling about me and us? We had a disagreement, haven't spoken since. He did send me money for my vacation later in the day, but no conversation. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. What do I want to... Something's calling me to just use the traditional rider weight, but I might clarify with the wizards. So let's see. How is Jay feeling about... Like, I need like a very objective deck right now. Either this or the Crow Tarot. How is Jay feeling about Eliana and their relationship? You can turn the light on if you want. How is Jay feeling about Eliana and their relationship, please? I literally see him giving you the money right here in this one. Oh, I took my rings off. I need to put them back on. Okay, so we do have, I saw here at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to pull those out here as underlying energies. Maybe over here. How is he feeling about Eliana and the relationship? Honestly, I don't feel like his feelings have changed for you at all. I do see him being more reserved. I feel like he probably feels like you need to reach out to him. Not necessarily because you're at fault, but because maybe he just doesn't want to like ruffle any feathers. So he kind of would prefer you to reach out to see if you've gotten over the situation, so he's not like irritating you or making you mad or anything. I feel like this is a necessary rite of passage. It's just something that happens in relationships, and it's okay that you're not happy and smiling and lovey-dovey all the time, and you guys actually express how you're feeling about a situation, because that's healthy. So you can't view every disagreement as something bad unless it's happening all the time. So I feel like he kind of feels like it's good you guys both said what you needed to say. I think he is hoping you come back together soon. The Queen of Pentacles feels a bit grounded to me. I think he's looking to still nurture this connection. And he still views you very like happy and sunny. And like I said, we had the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups come out together. So, you know, he's still interested in this. I don't feel like he thinks that this is a make it or break it situation. He is still wanting to commit with this relationship. He's still wanting to move forward. This wasn't like detrimental to him, feeling like you guys aren't going to be able to work through it. He just feels like it's kind of like something that happened and it is what it is. And I want her to know that I still care about her. Yeah, I would say overall this reading is probably pretty positive for the most part, but I see him just like holding back and not wanting to make the first move. Like I said, I don't think it's because he feels like it's your job to come forward. What does the sun mean to you, Eliana? You pointed out the sun, but I feel like he's just trying to like not step on your toes. You know, he's trying to tread carefully into the situation. Oh, great. It's storming here again. Yeah, so the sun overall is a very positive card. It just means that they have a positive outlook about how things are going to go. Like I said, I don't feel like he felt that this was a detriment to your relationship. I think he just thought, you know what, shit happens. We don't have to see eye to eye or agree on everything. And specifically, Eliana, how you worded it, you said disagreement, which speaks volumes, because you weren't saying we were arguing, you weren't saying we were fighting or anything like that. You said we had a disagreement. So even if you guys both weren't happy in the situation, you're viewing it as something that you have opposing views on, but not necessarily something that's going to hurt their relationship. Just specifically wording it the way that you did makes me realize that there is even hope on your side. You said, I'm not going to reach out because he was rude for no reason. I think, Eliana, it's important you say that then. I think you can say, you know, I don't even know how you would word something like that, but you could be like, I just want you to know I'm not happy about the way that you went about things, but I have had some time to kind of like cool off and think about things, you know, where my view and my opinion about the situation has not changed. But I did want to let you know that I appreciate you sending me money for vacation, you know, and hopes that we can move on from this. And just know that I will not tolerate you being rude to me, you know, whatever. I mean, obviously that was a rough draft, what I just said, but I mean, like, there's a way to go about it where it's like, hey, I'm open to communication, but I won't tolerate that anymore in the future. My opinion hasn't changed now that I've had time to cool down. I do want to let you know I appreciate you sending me money. I don't know, something along those lines. But I feel like he does feel like, you know, he was in the wrong. I don't feel like he felt you were in the wrong. I just want to reiterate that. But I feel like he almost was extending an olive branch, I think, for the whole like sending you money. If I'm understanding that gesture correctly, it feels like an olive branch, like a sense of trying to bring peace between you guys and show that he still cares and he's still thinking of you. Yes, the sun is the happiest of the cards. Yes, I will agree with that. I think he's a bit torn too about how to approach you and what to say. So he was like, let me send her a little gift. Are you guys going on vacation together, or was he sending you money for you to spend for yourself? Hey, Queen, I think we should do a last call for orders and donations. I'll take a break and maybe come back a little bit later tonight. No, I didn't get to the argument point. As soon as he got rude, I said, you know what, bye. I mean, I think, like, I'm kind of getting from him that he likes that you speak your mind. He likes that you're a bit strong-willed. He kind of gets a kick out of it, not in like a patronizing way, but he likes the fire in you. You're kind of like yeah. What's the word? Is it called like a spitfire? I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say, but he likes that about you. So I feel like if you were to go to him to try to bridge the communication back, you don't have to tell him you're fine and you've moved on. You can tell him what you're really thinking, but also, you know, I want to open up the communication again. Queen says I was wiping out the computer and accidentally logged off. Yeah, I did let him know I didn't like how things went. I mean, if you want to bridge the gap and you want to communicate with him again, there's nothing wrong with you reaching out and still speaking your piece and saying your mind, you know, and saying that you still stand where you stand, but at the same time, you're not going to let it get in the middle of y'all's relationship. He just needs to know that he needs to come towards you in a certain way, and you won't tolerate the way that he acted towards you anymore. Like, that was it. That was his last chance with that. Moving forward, you will just politely remove yourself from the equation. It's as simple as that. Oh, okay. So this was basically a gesture from him, right? Like a very loving, caring, sweet gesture from him to send you money then while you're on vacation. So like it does feel like an olive branch, but I just wanted to clarify that it was more like a gift rather than an obligation. Last call for ordered and donated readings. I'll close it out in about a minute. You guys are in here and interested in placing an order, please consider doing that. I will probably be back later with a typed and or audio session. Eliana, I hope that that gave you some insight and answered your question a little bit as to where his head is at. Let me know. You said, yeah, he likes it. He likes that strong-willed, strong-natured type of demeanor that you have. Hey Liz, yeah, you can send for another one. That's totally fine. You'll be my last reading on this stream. Liz, go ahead with your question, unless it was in the order. How did Ruben feel about my post from last night? Let's look into it. Liz, I just realized it was on Etsy. Did you want to choose your deck again? I can't remember which one I used on you. Just let me know. Unless there's a particular deck, I can just give you that one. But if you want to pick from the crystals again, you can. Number 2, this one is letter B, which is the chakra wisdom tarot, which is that one. Very pretty deck. And then rolling for oracle. And a lot of people get this one, number 6, the oracle of the 7 energies. So we got that right there for you. So let's see. How did Ruben feel about the post from last night? Hello, Farah. How are you? I just saw you join the chat. How did Ruben feel about the post from last night? I heard I wish I could go back. If I could only go back with the time machine. Isn't that a song? Oh, my boyfriend was like, share if I could turn back time. For a second, I was like, what song? A higher view. So this is giving a different perspective of you. So Liz, this post from last night changed their opinion of you or their view of you in some way. I feel like there's a lot of thinking about you here with a deep breath. It struck them in some way. Waking the lion, it stirred some feelings, it feels like. Let's look into it a little bit more. So I do feel like there's a sense of it doesn't necessarily feel like regret, because regret is very heavy, but almost like a bittersweet, like if only I had done this, or if only I had done that, or if I could go back and like change how our relationship is, or if I could go back and change how I approached a certain situation, then maybe we'd be different now. Like maybe our relationship would be different now. Like I feel like they're also like wanting to relive a certain moment with you. So it does feel like a little bit of regret, maybe, or a little bit of bittersweetness. Also viewing you in a different light, a different way. Maybe not seeing, maybe positive view. Maybe not seeing you for what you were when they did, and regretting that because maybe now they realize who you are, or there's something about, and I'm having a hard time putting my finger on it or in a way to explain it. It's more like a feeling that I'm getting. But it's like, when people just didn't view you the way they should have the first time, it's almost like they overlooked you. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. They overlooked you, and now they're kind of seeing you in a different light and regretting that. That's what I'm feeling. How did Ruben feel about the post from last night? Yeah, so it is making sense. Okay, because I was like, how do I put this into words, what I'm feeling right now? There's like a inner monologue that I'm hearing of like conflict, of like frustration, of why did I do the things that I did, or how I did them, or why didn't I realize something. He's someone from the past, but he still watches your things. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Brendan said if I could turn back time, that song by Cher, like that might have something in there for you if you want to read the lyrics. But it's definitely that vibe of like, I didn't see you for what you were, and now I'm upset about it because now my opinion of you has changed some. This has stirred some feelings. It's kind of, because it's like awaken the lion, like that's what the card is. So it's like all of a sudden something's kind of different. They're looking at you different. It's a positive thing. I still feel like they are going to continue to watch your things. But we do have the 10 of Cups here, which is the family card. So this card is also about everlasting abundance and earthly abundance as well. Having everything that you want, feeling established. Like think about your end of life goals, what you want for yourself. Do you want a house? Do you want to be married? Do you want kids? Do you want pets? What kind of things do you want in your life? And like that 10 of Cups thing is here. So it's interesting to see because it's making me feel like they're kind of questioning whether or not they want to approach you in some type of romantic way. The Death card shows a transition. So there's definitely a shift here that has happened. And they're kind of battling themselves internally. I do see a very hasty action being made. I wouldn't trust it 100%. Like if they comment, they reach out to you in some way, I don't necessarily feel like this is this could still be in and out energy with Ruben, but they felt compelled. It's almost like this overwhelming feeling of being compelled. Like I need this urge. I need to talk to this person. Suddenly, I'm not even going to think it through. I just need to reach out to this person in some way. 5 of Cups is about loss and feeling regret. So that just confirmed what I've been saying. I feel like they may have feelings of regret surrounding walking away, abandonment, disconnecting from you. I heard you are special. Like Liz, there's something that they're saying you are special. And as I say that, the 10 of Wands comes out. So this is about feeling a burden or feeling a weight on you. And likely that's why I feel like this sense of impulsiveness or hastiness to come towards you, because they may want to feel better in the moment. I think it's important you follow actions, you trust actions, you see, like, is this something that they're going to continue or not? Don't get your hopes up if they reach out to you in some way. Kind of watch their actions, watch how they handle things, watch how things unfold, because in some way I want to trust that if they reach out to you, it's a connection they want to continue, because there is the 10 of Cups here, there's the Emperor here as well. But the Emperor can also be stubborn, so this person could also have this way about them in which they're not willing to budge. So it may be they want you to do all of the things that are, put all your energy in, whereas they only put so much. Yeah, that can be the follow-up question if you'd like. I can look into that a little bit more, because I'm not quite seeing that just yet. Yeah, we have overcoming challenges here, and someone not being, like, someone's still wearing a mask in this relationship. So you want to trust this person's being authentic to you. Queen, yes, absolutely. You can ask a question. All right, so for Liz's second question, we are going to do, will there be communication from him? All right, Spirit, can you please advise, will there be communication from Ruben? Will Liz receive communication from Ruben? Will Ruben reach out to Liz? Will there be communication from Ruben? Will he reach out to Liz, please? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right, so we have the Fool and Ace of Swords. So I can say with confidence, and the Chariot flew out, that they will be reaching out to you, yes. The Ace of Swords, it has to do with communication. It has to do with new communication. Holy shit, did you hear that thunder? Maybe that was confirmation. Ace of Swords has to do with new communication, new potentials in conversations, and it's like a very raw power. It signifies a yes when you're asking a yes or no question, because it also means victory as well. So I feel like this is a very, very overarching positive yes, that this person is going to reach out. Swords has to do with communication, and this Ace has to do with new. We also have the Fool, new beginnings. That also is a yes card for me. We also have the Chariot, which is drive, determination to move forward. So everything is showing forward momentum with this person and them reaching out to you. They just need to overcome their fear a bit. I feel like they may also come towards you in some type of complimentary way. They may say, reminisce about the past a little bit, or kind of say, hey, I've missed talking to you, kind of add a little bit of an emotional appeal to make you want to communicate with them. You're welcome, Liz. Queen, what is your question? You're welcome, Liz. Queen says, now that P has transferred, what will happen to the connection? Okay, let's see. Did you have a specific deck you wanted me to use, Queen? A lot of times you tell me you just want me to use whatever I feel called to use, but I wasn't sure if there was something you wanted in particular. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go in blind. This is the deck I pulled out. Okay. Now that P has transferred, what will happen to the connection? How did you get his number, Queen? How did that happen? Now that P has transferred, what will happen to the connection, please? Now that P has transferred, what will happen? Ooh, these cards are trying to talk. All right, so on the surface, in reality, Queen, you logically are looking at this as the end. However, there is a part of you deep down inside that doesn't think this is over. And I say that because I can see that, and I know that, and I feel that. So you're thinking, well, why do I feel like it's not over if it feels like it's over? And that's why, because it's not. The world indicates closure. The world indicates things coming to an end, but then right next to it, what do we have? The star. We have the hope. We have keeping faith in this. Why would Spirit bring this person into my life and make me feel this way? For what? Okay. Oh, I see, Queen. I gotcha. So there is mutual interest, and the reason I see it, well, here we go, Four of Wands. But I feel like just the way that you inquire about his life, he does the same for you. I don't feel like it's as active right now, but it will be. I think he's still curious about you, and he is going to want to reach out in some way. I feel, to be honest, if you do reach out to him, it would have to be in a non-expectation kind of way. Like, it would just be like, hey, I just happen to, maybe reach out on social media, maybe not a phone number, maybe a phone number is a little too personal, but you just be like, hey, they told me today that you transferred, I wish you luck or whatever, and tell Layla I said bye, I'll see you guys around, or something along those lines. Like, something to where it's like there's no expectation of receiving word back, but like, hey, I'm thinking of you, like, I heard you transferred, bummer, something like that. But I feel like he's not in a very receptive mode to extend any type of energy beyond, oh yeah, hey, yeah, I did leave, like, it kind of sucks, but maybe I'll be back at your gym and I'll do a couple training sessions there, here and there. Maybe we'll see each other. I don't know. I just don't really feel like he's going to give much more, be in the energy to extend. I think that if you have also posed a problem in his relationship, he won't be as inclined to respond. He might read it, he might look at it, but he might not say anything because he doesn't want to put that out there and cause any more conflict or issues that he has going on. I think how he responds to that will show you a lot as to where his head is at the moment. But I feel like a phone number is very personal unless there is a way to make it seem like you weren't just looking for his phone number somewhere. It's generally socially acceptable to find someone on Facebook or find someone on Instagram and reach out to them. It doesn't feel as invasive. But to the fact that you like would look for his phone number, he might take that a certain way because he might not be in that mindset to be receptive. You see what I mean? But it's a lot easier to say, oh, hey, I looked you up on social media. You know, that's a lot more socially accepted, a lot more social etiquette, like okayed, basically, if that makes sense. I feel like if you guys were a lot more communicative and you guys had said a lot more to each other, you were a lot more involved, you can say, hey, you know, I was going to message you on Facebook, but I got your number off of there, so figured I would just text you because that's easier for me. Then that doesn't seem as weird. But you kind of have to use your judgment. You know, are you going to be reaching out to him with the expectation of him reaching back out to you? Like, do you just want him to have a way to contact you if he wants to? Like, what is the purpose behind it? That's something you really have to sit there and think to yourself. But I feel like what's going to speak volumes to you is how he continues this connection with you. I think right now it's very possible that I feel like he's just trying to hold it together. I feel like right now he's in a new place. He's at a new gym. He probably went through some type of like arguing and things like that this past weekend where he's like realizing like, shit, this is the last ditch effort that I have to make this relationship work. And if he feels like you will threaten that in any way, then he may not be receptive to you. So you just have to think about what it is you want to say. And if you just want him to have an outlet or a way to contact you at some point, then feel free to reach out to him. But I don't want you to get let down by his either non-response or his short response or not getting what you want from it. But if it's just a matter of saying, hey, like, here is a channel for you to contact me, then I think that would be fine. I just don't know what he's going to say. But I do feel like I feel like you're going to see him again. And I don't know why, but I just have that feeling. Like I have a feeling where like he may have to pick up a shift at that gym, or like let's just say he moved. Let's just say he specifically asked to be transferred due to trying to hold his relationship together and hold his life together. And this was the only thing that she would agree on, is that he left or something along those lines. I feel like eventually the cards will show and he will realize like this relationship is doomed, and he may just say, you know what, I want to be transferred back. Like something feels like he's gonna go through like the fallout, and he'll be back. He'll either be back because I feel like honestly the only reason why he transferred is, one, it may have been something that they talked about, like him and the company, and then he was like, you know what, go ahead and transfer me, but it was never in his plan. It feels very sudden, and I feel like it's something that he just last minute was like, let's do it. And I feel like if the motive behind that was because she demanded it, then if they have a fallout, then what's keeping him at that location anymore? Like that's what I'm thinking, and I feel like you are going to see this person again. I don't think so. I don't think it's over. I have the 2 of Cups here. Let's see. Let's ask. Like, I see the 2 of Cups, but I see, what gets me is like, I see closure, but then I see an offer and a new beginning, 2 new beginnings here in communication. And then I see closure up here, and I see more hope for the future. So something feels like these cycles are ending and you guys will come back together. Like, I almost feel like you're just gonna message me at some point and be like, he came in today, you know, like he's here, he's doing a class here today, or something. Is it over? Yes or no, please, sir? Is it over? Yes or no? We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups. I want to say it's not. That it's not over. We have the Ace of Pentacles again, which is an offer. We have the Ten of Cups, which is happiness and fulfillment and relationships. We have the Knight of Cups of romance. We have the Page of Swords of curiosity. I feel like something's going to bring y'all back together. Maybe not in a relationship right away, but I feel like something's going to bring you guys back into each other's presence, like back into each other's lives. I truly feel like he liked his job at your location. I think that he liked what he did there. I think he felt like when he brought his daughter in that she was comfortable. I feel like he liked the people that he worked with. I feel like he liked his clients. Because you got to think he now has to get a whole new clientele. Depending on how far it is, I don't think people are going to follow him over there. They might if they don't have to drive that far. But I'm just saying, like, he had kind of established himself there. And I don't think that he's going to want to be in this new position for very long. He's upset. He's sad about the fact that he had to leave. That's what's getting to me, is I think he asked to leave, but I think he's sad about it. I think that it may start off small. It may be like, the company calls and asks him like, hey, do you, want to pick up this class? So-and-so is sick, or so-and-so had to go out of town due to an emergency, and we really need someone to cover this class or cover this client or fill in for a certain position or whatever. And he'll be like, yeah, sure. Like, I really feel like you're going to be, and maybe that's why you were picking up July, because you were picking up like something happening where something happens in July, and I feel like maybe that's what you were picking up, is like maybe that's when you were going to see him again or something. What's crazy is like none of us saw, except for me feeling like there was something else when I was saying last night. Was it last night? Yeah. There's something else going on here. Like I feel like there was a type of argument or disagreement or something like that with their relationship, but I was also feeling like there could be some other kind of obligation or something happening. And you said you picked up on it. This other something was the fact that he transferred to another location. Outside of that, I never in my heart like really saw this coming. So, and I don't think any other readers saw it coming, and I think that's because it was a sudden decision. Like, I feel like we would have seen this. We would have seen a move. We would have seen, like the Six of Swords, or we would have seen the Eight of Cups or something like that. We would have seen him moving. I don't know. You said it's not close. So that's why I feel like it's sudden, because how would we see it if it was a last minute decision? And you said it's not close. It's a good 20 to 30 minutes. So I really feel like he's going to miss his clients. Who said he's a trainer, right? So he's going to miss those people, and some of those people might go to where he's going to be at. Maybe it'll be more convenient for them to see him at that new gym. But for the most part, overall, I don't think anyone's going to follow him, and he feels probably a sense of obligation to this particular location that you're at. because of what he's established there. And I think he's going to feel like he has to start all over, even though it's the same company. It's not the same people, it's not the same clients. And he kind of has to like build back up again. So that's what I'm seeing right now, Queen. I will probably be back at 9 for a typed session. Maybe 9 or 9:30. I'll let you know what I end up doing. I'm gonna take a shower and eat some dinner and stuff, and then I'll see how I'm feeling a little bit. Of course. You're welcome. You guys, if I don't see you later tonight, have a great night. Thanks for all the new subscribers. That was awesome. Bye.